Hello everyone, welcome in today to the Coach KJ Carousel Dynasty. Today, your Florida Gators are taking on the Volunteers in the Swamp. We look to continue the streak of the Vols coming to Gainesville and losing, and I think we'll be able to do it. Even though the Vols are a really good team, our Florida Gators are just slightly better in my opinion. Hester's going to be on the return. He's just going to take a knee in the end zone, and we're going to take it over at 20-yard line. This is your starting lineup for today at quarterback. Of course, we have Jack Garola, and honestly, he's been a little disappointing this season, so I hope to see him improve a little bit. As we give it to Quantel Johnson to begin the day, and he goes for 10 yards. That was a solid carry. They're going to call it second and inches. I don't love that call. So here's the rest of our starting lineup. You got Johnson at halfback. Henderson's our top receiver. Across the O-line, Austin Barber is a good right tackle for us. He's a senior redshirt. So we're going to count on him to lead the way in this ground game. As Johnson gets a second straight carry to begin the game, and that one will go for 1 yard, and that's enough to get us a fresh set of downs. And he'll get his third straight carry, and that one's a little less productive as it only goes for 4, but that's a good carry. So on second down, we line up in the gun and hand it to Johnson. That's 4 straight carries to begin the day, and he fights for a 7-yard pickup and another Gator first down. This opening drive's going perfectly as Garola looks to attempt his first pass, and that was a risky one, but he fits it in there to Emmanuel Henderson for another Gator first down. Looking to pass again here on 1st and 10. Garola can't get it away, and he takes a sack. That's something you don't want to see. So now it's 2nd and 17, and we do hand it to Johnson, and look at that crease up the middle. That's a 9-yard carry. He got everything back plus a little bit. So you gotta love that play as Garola's got to pass on 3rd and 9, and that one just wasn't accurate at all. So Mahalik's lining up for a 55-yard field goal, and that one's on a line, and that is good. He drilled it. Gators take a 3-0 lead on the 55-yard field goal as the Vols open up their day by finding Squirrel White for a 26-yard reception. What a pass from Ty Simpson, their starting quarterback. They're gonna hand it to Sampson on this first down play, and he's gonna take it for another first down with an 11-yard pickup. That's a great play by Dylan Sampson as it looks like they're gonna go right back to him, and he has nowhere to go. Justice Boone held the edge, dipped and ripped, and took him down for a 3-yard loss, forcing the Vols and Ty Simpson to pass, and that gets swatted at the line of scrimmage. So that's an incompletion, bringing up a 3rd and 13. The Vols come out with 5 wide. Simpson's looking to pass. He finds Squirrel White underneath. He checks it down, but they will not quite get the first down as that's an 11-yard pickup. However, the Volunteers decide to go for it, and Simpson throws to Nimrod across the middle, who will convert it and get a 15-yard pickup. What a play by Chaz Nimrod and Ty Simpson as Simpson's gonna pass again on this drive, and this one goes to Webb, who stiff arms a man out of his way and picks up 10. They call that 2nd and inches, but man, what a great sequence of plays for the Volunteers until there where Kewan Haas lays out and knocks that pass down. However, on 3rd down, the Volunteers are able to convert it on a QB draw by Ty Simpson. So on 1st and goal, Simpson's gonna pass. He's moving around in that pocket. He checks it down to Dylan Sampson, but he steps out of bounds after only picking up 1. So on 2nd and goal, they're going to pass, and there it is. Vic Belcher was wide open. The tight end goes in for a 2-yard touchdown. Tennessee is going to take a 7-3 lead over the Gators in this one. It's still early, though, as we are going to get the ball back and hand it to Quantel Johnson, who's going to take it for just a 1-yard pickup. So we line up in the pistol and hand it to Johnson, who has a big old gap, and that's going to be a first down on a 9-yard rush. Albert likes that play. So do I. As we go right back to Quantel Johnson, man, he's been effective in this game. He's got another 11 yards there. As we finally decide, let's throw a quick screen, and that was nearly disastrous. Jack Garola almost was picked off there, but that's the problem with them quick screens. It's either there or it's not, and you kind of can't throw it away or else it's going to be intentional grounding. So on a big 3rd and 2, Garola's going to pass, and he has Harrison Walls the 3rd down the seam for a 34-yard pickup. What a play by our veteran wide receiver. Gayassi Blanks checks into the game for this play, and he will get the carry, and look at that. He tried to truck him. He couldn't quite do it. He ends up picking up 6. And we go right back to him on the next play, and he has a nice little juke move to pick up 6 more, getting us a 1st and goal as the first quarter comes to an end with us trailing 7-3. It's been a pretty tough game so far. However, we're on the verge of putting more points on the board, so I'm not too worried about it. As it's now 2nd and goal, and it's going to be Garola pulling it and going in for 6. Florida extends their lead up to 10-7 early in the 2nd quarter, which you love to see. Let's see if the Volunteers can answer. Nimrod's coming in motion. He's going to line up beside Simpson, and they run a triple option that has nowhere to go. Ty Simpson got blown up for no gain there. So on 2nd and 10, they spread the Gators defense out, and Annie Bognam picks him off. What a play. Gators are going to take over with excellent field position following that interception, and Quantel Johnson will get the carry and pick up 6 to begin this drive. I got to give a lot of credit, though, to our young secondary. I feel feel like they've stepped up this year and played really well in all the moments for us. And you know what? That's a clutch play. Let's see if we can convert this 3rd and 4, and it doesn't look like we can here. However, they call pass interference, but it's on the offense. They call it on Malik Mega, so we end up not being able to convert. Luckily, they decline it though, so we're still in field goal range, and the kick is up, and it's good by Adam Mahalik. He's been great from distance. Honestly, I wish he was this good in real life, as the Vols take over and send Nimrod in motion again, and that play by Ty Simpson is blown up once again. I don't know why they keep trying to run this triple option type offense with Ty Simpson at quarterback. It's not his strength. He's not a dynamic runner. They really need to change it up with him at quarterback. But it's a big 3rd and 9, and Simpson's gonna have to pass. He's feeling a little pressure, and he goes deep. However, he underthrew that, and that got picked off by Rashad Johnson, our safety, and he has a pretty good return going all the way back to the 35-yard line. So this Gators offense again is gonna have excellent field position. The only thing is, I hope this time they can put a touchdown on the board instead of a field goal. However, Garola doesn't have anywhere to go on 1st down, so we spread everybody out wide on 2nd down, and Garola is just gonna tuck and run, and he has a big pickup, but he drops the ball at the 20-yard line. The Tennessee Volunteers are gonna take over. As you can see, Coach KJ going, "What are you doing there, man? You gotta slide, quit trying to spin." That was a big mistake and a potential momentum swing in favor of the Volunteers, because man, that drive could have really put the Volunteers away, I feel, in this one. But now they have new life. Let's see if they can answer here on a 3rd and 3, and they look to pass it as Simpson's in the gun, looking to throw this one, and that's Chaz Nimrod getting the 1st down all the way out to the 41-yard line on a 13-yard pickup. So this drive continues as Simpson's gonna run the QB draw, and unsurprisingly, that only goes for 3. He's just not a dynamic runner. I don't know why they insist on giving him the ball, as he pulls it on a read option and loses another yard. So now they're backed up again to another 3rd and long. In this one, they have to throw it underneath the Squirrel White, and that's only a 4-yard gain. The Gators are going to get a stop and have a chance to hopefully extend this lead up again like they should have on that last drive, had they not had the fumble by quarterback Jack Garola. On a 2nd and 12 now, they're going to line up in the gun and look to pass with Jack Garola, and he's scrambling to the right, still looking to pass. He stops and pops it to David Hester for a 14-yard gain and a Gator 1st down. So they come out in the pistol. They're going to hand it to Quantel Johnson, man. He's been a beast today, as that's another 5-yard rush right up the middle. You love to see it, man. He's been a fantastic player for us as he gets his 2nd straight carry for 5 more. They're going to call it a 3rd and 1 somehow. I don't really understand that, but it doesn't matter. We go right back to Quantel Johnson with the gap up the middle. That's going to go for 9 and a Gator 1st down. As we have about a minute left in this half, we already have 100 yards rushing, and we decide to take a shot to the end zone. That didn't work. It was broken up before it could get to David Hester. So now we're down to 56 seconds left, and Garola's moving out to the right, looking to pass, and he throws it back across his body, but luckily Emmanuel Henderson makes a pretty poor decision right by catching that and getting the 1st down, as Garola's again scrambling out to the right, and this time he has a lot of green grass ahead of him, and he wisely goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. There's 30 seconds left in this half, and the Gators used a timeout. That was a pretty smart decision by Coach KJ, and also Jack Garola for getting that 1st down. Malik Mega makes a reception across the middle for 6 yards. Another timeout was used there, so the Gators are looking to pass, and Garola's again trying to scramble, and this time he throws in the coverage, and luckily that wasn't intercepted. That ended up being a drop by the Tennessee DB. Luckily for the Gators there, that could have been a huge mistake, as it's now 3rd and 4 with 15 seconds left, and that pass did not get completed, so that brings us to 4th down, and we attempt the field goal. That's up and good, giving the Gators a 16-7 lead as we head into halftime. It's not quite as big of a lead as I was hoping to have, but the Gators are playing pretty well today. Our defense is stepping up. They're doing everything right, honestly. Now we just need to finish it and improve our record to 3-0. As we look at the halftime stats, we have an advantage in every category. Honestly, I think we'll be able to win this one. Technically, Tennessee has some more passing yards than us, but I'm not that worried about it, honestly. I think we have this game in hand right now. And I think as long as we don't start turning the ball over more, we'll be okay. And this will be a pretty easy Florida win. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We still need to finish it out. Now let's take a look at some recruiting news. We had some players commit. Like I said, I say it every episode, we're never going to say where they go. This is a 4-star receiver. He's down to Florida, Georgia, and Texas. We'll see where he ends up going. His name's Jaden Norwood. Next up, we have a 4-star receiver out of New York, Breland Brown. He's down to Florida, LSU, and Texas A&M. I'm really interested to see where he ends up going. He's 5'10". He's a little bit more of that slot type. I look forward to seeing if we can bring him in, what he can do for us. Next up's the number 8 strong safety in the nation out of Binghamton, New York. He's a 4 4-star, he's 6'3", 205. Keanu Uzoma, he's down to Florida, Mississippi State, and Penn State, and I'm very curious to see where he goes. Next up's Josh Mosley, a tackle. He's only a 3-star, and honestly, his top 3 isn't that impressive. If we bring him in, I'm worried he's not a big upgrade. Now we have the number 2 tackle in nation on the other hand, Kyle Rattler. He's down to Florida, Florida State, and LSU, and he's out of Louisiana, so he's going to be a tough sell to get him away from LSU, because everybody knows if you grow up in Louisiana, you love LSU. It just seems to be how it goes. Next up's Jared Wells, a 6'6" outside backer. He's down to Florida, Miami, and South Carolina. He's out of Florida, so hopefully we can keep him at home and maybe develop him. The second half's getting underway here with the Volunteers receiving the kickoff. However, they don't have a return on that, so let's see what their offense can do. Dylan Sampson gets a carry, and he almost gets a first down to begin the second half after picking up 9 yards. Tennessee comes out in the gun, and they go to Sampson, and he will get that first down, but it's just a 3-yard carry. Our defense can manage that as Sampson gets his 3rd straight carry, and again, that goes for 8 yards. What a great run. I think they should have leaned into him a little bit sooner with how well he's playing to open up the second half. Vic Belcher is going to get the reception, though, their tight end. That's another Tennessee Volunteer first down. Finally, our defense on a blitz from Miguel Mitchell is able to make a play and knock Dylan Sampson down for a 2-yard loss. Coming out in the guns, Ty Simpson. He's going to pull it on a read option, and he has a crease up the middle, and he gets a first down and more. That's a great 15-yard carry from the quarterback. So they come out in the gun again, and it looks like this time they want to pass it, and that's Nimrod making the reception for 4 yards. So they hand it to Sampson on the next play, and that goes for 5, setting up a 3rd and short for the Volunteers. Our defense needs to step up. They've been playing great today, so let's keep it great situationally. However, Chris McClellan can't get him down in time. That's a first down for the Volunteers. Green checks into the game in the backfield, and he gets the carry and another Volunteers first down. That's a 16-yard pickup. What a great carry right there from their backup running back as he remains in the game, and Simpson's going to throw it. He goes to the end zone. That looks like he just threw it away, or that was one awful throw. So it's 2nd and goal, and they got Sampson back in there. He gets the carry, and he has nowhere to go. That's Akeel Wesley blowing him up for a big loss, bringing up a 3rd and goal from way back at about the 15-yard line. They decide to throw a screen to Dylan Sampson. He picked up 5. That just set him up for a shorter field goal that will be up and good. Tennessee is going to bring this game within 6, making it 16-10. The Gators offense takes over, backed up a little bit here at about the 15-yard line. They go to Emmanuel Henderson, who picks up 8 on first down. That's a great pass play. Malik Mega's in motion, which means this is either a screen or a shot play. Let's see what happens. It looks like they're going to throw it underneath to Malik Mega, who will get the first down and step back for a few extra yards. That's a pretty cool 5-yard catch right there. So we come out in the pistol, and we hand it to Quantel Johnson up the middle, and that's a beautiful run for 8 yards. That's just a nice carry right up the middle. That's exactly what this offense needs. Coming out in the gun, we're going to pull it with Jack Garola on a read option, and that was played beautifully by Tennessee's defense. You got to give them a lot of credit there. They were in perfect position. So now it's 3rd and 2, and Quantel Johnson gets a carry, and look at all that space he has. That's an 11-yard carry for a first down. You'll love to see it. Great play by Quantel, so we go straight back to him on next one, and he has another big 11-yard carry. He has all sorts of space, so it's not necessarily just based on his talent there. Our O-line blocked well for him, but that's still a nice carry as Gayassi Blanks checks in. He takes that one for 6. He's going to remain in the game here for 2nd down, and it looks like Garola's going to throw it and find David Hester wide open, and he's down to about the 12 or 11-yard line. What a big play from our young receiver as we go to Quantel Johnson, who returns to the game, and that play ends up being a negative, unfortunately. So now it's 2nd and 11, and we go back to Johnson, and he goes back more. That's a 4-yard loss. This Tennessee defense knew we were going to try to run it here in the red zone, and they stopped us. Now Garola's going to have to pass here on a big 3rd and 15, and they immediately get pressure in on him. He breaks 1 tackle, but not the 2nd. Down he goes for a 5-yard loss as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. The Gators are going to lead this one 16-10 heading into the 4th. I mean, it really hasn't been a great offensive showcase from either team. Our defenses, though, have played really well, so we will line up and kick this field goal to open the 4th, making it a 2-score game and a 19-10 lead for the Gators. They just need to hold Tennessee out of the end zone and force them to field goals, and then we should be okay to win this one as Sampson gets another first down on a 10-yard reception. Simpson's looking to pass, though, on first down. He's feeling a little pressure and tries to run, and down he goes. That's Chris McClellan with the sack. It's not a big loss, but hey, we'll take it. Simpson's going to run a QB draw, and that works actually really well and gets a first down for Tennessee. Ty Simpson goes for 11, and the Volunteers get a fresh set of downs as they decide to hand it off to Dylan Sampson, and he he goes for 7 yards and another Volunteers really good play on first down as they're going to run speed option now with Ty Simpson, and there he goes for a first down and more. He's out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Big play for the Volunteers. This offense has been moving on this drive. The good news is it is taking a little bit of time off the clock, so hopefully that helps us drain the clock in the end. Take a look at this play though. That's clearly a fumble, because to me that's a pitch that goes backwards like any speed option would, and somehow they don't call that a fumble. I don't know, man. I don't understand that, and it kind of ticks me off. They say he was down, I guess. I don't know. But now it's 4th and 14. The Volunteers have to go for it, and Squirrel White comes up with a big reception and converts that 4th down with an 18-yard pickup. So now the Volunteers offense can keep driving, and we need this Gators defense to step up as that first down play goes for 4, and that's a good play by the offense. Coming out now with 2 backs in the game, they throw it on 2nd down, and Rice comes down with it and converts with a 7-yard reception. So they can still get a first down, but it's inside of the 1-yard line, so it's likely touchdown or bust, and Ty Simpson's gonna get the touchdown on an 11-yard carry, making this score 19-17 after they kick the extra point. Now the Volunteers are within 2 points, which means we need to score points on this drive. At the bare minimum, I feel like we need to kick a field goal and get us at least ahead, so that way they can't go for just a field goal to win it, as Quantel Johnson gets back-to-back carries to open this drive, and both of them are beautiful runs. So now we're facing us 2nd and 1, and we go to Johnson, and he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So now it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1, and we bring in Kayasi Blanks, who gets the carry and falls ahead and gets the first down on a 2-yard rush. That's exactly what we need as we try to drain this clock as much as possible, and then we need points. But Jack Garola takes a sack on first down. That's a big mistake. You can't do it there. You got to throw it away, man. But now he's going to scramble out to his left, and he's going to tuck and run and cut inside. He gets all them yards back plus. He got a 15-yard pickup, bringing up a 3rd and 1 for Quantel Johnson, who does convert it. This is a great situation for the Gators. They're going to force Tennessee to start using their timeouts here real soon, which is excellent news as we almost throw a pick with Jack Garola. He can't do that, man. That's a horrible decision right there. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. We find Dorba for a first down and a 12-yard pickup. Now, force the Volunteers to use all their timeouts and just run out this clock. That's all Coach KJ and the Gators have left to do. Quantel on first down ends up picking up 2 yards, and the Vols used their second timeout. Now all we need is one more first down, and this game will be over as Garola pulls it on a read option and ends up losing 4. So the Volunteers do use their final timeout, but this is a huge 3rd and 12 as we check it down, and that doesn't work. We stop the clock with 1:50 left. We should have just run that. That was a terrible decision. But we line up to kick the field goal, and it is up and good. Adam Mahalik nails it. So we have a 5-point lead at the end of this game, 22-17. All we have to do is stop the Volunteers, and Akil Wesley picks it off and takes it to the house. This game's over. 29-17 is going to be your score here, as the Volunteers now need 2 scores once again. What a play by Akil Wesley. The first play of the Volunteers drive, man, we picked him off and took it to the house. The swamp is alive. That was a huge turning point, and that'll seal this one up, I think. Ty Simpson's going to try to get him back in it as he goes deep, and Annie Bognom picked it off, but he couldn't get his foot down in bounds. So it's now 2nd and 10 as Simpson again has to pass, and he goes to the deep out again, and he found Webb. That was a huge pickup. They need 2 touchdowns, so that helps a lot as Simpson's looking to pass. He just checks it down to Nimrod, who does get out of bounds, but 2 yards doesn't help you at all. So Simpson again in the gun looking to pass, as you'd expect. He checks it down to Dylan Sampson, and he goes out of bounds after 3 yards. That doesn't help him at all. I don't get why you're even making that completion or even attempting that pass. However, this one helps a little bit as it's 13 yards to Nimrod. Simpson again looking to pass. He checks it down to Webb, who does not get out of bounds. That's a 14-yard pickup, but they do get the first down, so the clock will stop. So Simpson again looking to pass. Feeling a little pressure this time. He finds Nimrod on the sideline. That's 11 more yards. They're within striking distance of the end zone. Let's see if we can stop them. We just hold them to a short pass to Chris Allen that does not help at all and will help us drain the clock off, which leads to a spike by Ty Simpson on 2nd down. So it's a big 3rd and 6 for the Volunteers with 43 seconds left, and they hand it off. What are they doing? That got blown up. What a terrible decision. Now it's 4th down, and the clock's still running, and Simpson has to get it into the end zone. He's starting to feel a little pressure, and he does find his man. Eric Lewis catches that for a 7-yard touchdown. Ty Simpson brought him back in. Now let's see if they can get this onside kick. It's a low percentage play, and it doesn't look like it's going to work as our center, Kirbyson, recovers it and goes down. The Volunteers fought hard in the end, but they couldn't come back as Jack Garola is going to take a knee, and this is game 29-24 is going to be your final from Gainesville, Tennessee. tonight. What a day for our Florida Gators. They continue their hot start to the season. The play of the game obviously is going to be Akeel Wesley taking that pick 6 to the house. Heck, that might even make him your player of the game because that sealed it for us, and he did end up being player of the game as Jack Garola struggled at quarterback big time today. And I gotta be honest with you, I think he's been a little disappointing this season. I thought he'd improve more in year 2, and he just really hasn't, honestly. But we'll have to keep him as our starter. I think he's our best option with his mobility and our weak O-line, and I'm afraid that weak O-line's gonna cost us in the end eventually because these games have been pretty tough and pretty fun to play, but we need to find a way to get better play out of our O-line so that way I think our quarterback play can improve. We did have a pretty good day on the ground though with Quantel Johnson. He deserves a lot of credit. Our defense stood up and played fantastic. They picked off Ty Simpson 3 times today. I mean, you really can't ask for much more. On the ground, they stuffed them. 3.1 yards a carry for starting running back Dylan Sampson's good. And honestly, a lot of their passing yards and completions came at the end of the game when they were just trying to get their 2 scores to get back into it. So I'm really proud of our defense, and I think they are the reason we won this game. Our offense really was kind of disappointing today, and I mean, except for our ground game, got to give our ground game credit. Quantel Johnson was fantastic once again. Like I said, I think he's earned that full-time starting job. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of these Heisman standings. At the top, you still have Ray Hobbs IV out of USC, a quarterback. He's been pretty good this year. At number 2 is Jam Miller, the halfback out of Alabama. And then 3 is Rashawn Osborne, the quarterback for Oklahoma. 4 is Coleman out of Alabama. And then 5 is our man Katron Allen at Penn State. I'm excited and I hope that he can stay up there, but I want one of our players to join him. Maybe Quantel Johnson can do it because I'm not sure Jack Garola's having that type of season. As we take a look at top 25, I mean, not a whole lot's changed except for Penn State did jump Alabama once again with a win over number 12 Pitt. We're all the way up to number 6 in the nation at 3-0. I'm happy about that, and I think we've earned it, and I think if we can keep winning, we'll be able to stay up high being that we're in the SEC. But we got to get that O-line to improve and get our quarterback play to improve, or else there's no way we're going to end up staying in top 25 at all, because some of these close losses or wins will turn into losses. As we take a look at our opponent next week, it's 1-3 Kentucky, and we are better than them. So I do feel pretty good about us being able to beat them. The thing is, we're not as much better than them on the overall rating as you would think, but we do have the advantage, and looking at stats-wise, we've just played better than them, so I do feel pretty good about our chances. Kentucky's a rival. It's in Gainesville, though, so I think we're going to be able to get this win, and we're going to try to get that streak restarted against Kentucky, as in real life, they just kicked our living butts last week, and that really disappointed me. So I hope that maybe we can get some revenge in video game world, but I'm excited to get this season continued on as we are looking real promising. This is LDJ11. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more Coach KJ soon. Have a great day. I'm out.
And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic, believe you could have it.